Ah, Las Vegas, the land of neon lights, towering hotels, and decisions you'll regret by sunrise. And no, I'm not talking about that 3 a.m. wedding to a guy dressed as Elvis. I'm talking about the Las Vegas Grand Prix. Now let's be real here. This race might just be the most brain-dead addition to the F1 calendar. It's less about pure racing and more about flashing lights, VIP parties, and hoping you can get an Instagram shot with a Ferrari. And the track? Well, it looks like an inverted pig, which, I'm sure, is exactly what every F1 fan dreamed of. Racing from the swine-shaped streets of Vegas. But hey, enough of the jokes. It's Vegas, so let's roll the dice and talk predictions. What can we expect from this circus on wheels? Let's find out. Alright, let's talk about the so-called battle for the title. Max Verstappen vs Lando Norris. F1's been hyping this up like it's going to be the next big showdown. But folks, let's be honest. It's not even close. Max is just in a league of his own. The guy is a beast on the track. He's ruthless, he's calculating, and frankly, he's a killer out there. Lando? Well, let's just say he's still trying to figure out how to get past Max's shadow. Remember Brazil? Max won from 17 to pole like it was a Sunday stroll. Meanwhile, Lando finished 6th from pole position. Yeah, I don't think Lando fully understands yet that Max is just built differently. He even said it was just luck, not talent. Lando, my guy, that's a world champion you're talking about. If Lando DNFs in Vegas or finishes behind Max again, that's it. Max will seal the deal on the title, and Lando will have to be content with just being the best of the rest. Sorry, buddy, but you need to finish 3 points ahead of Max just to stay in contention. Good luck with that. Now, let's talk pole position for the Las Vegas GP. If I had to put my money on anyone, it's gotta be one of the Ferrari drivers. Why? Because Las Vegas is, in a way, a Ferrari track. It's a thoroughbred, and their power units are going to shine here. Don't forget last year, when Charles Leclerc pulled off that last lap overtaking move on Sergio Perez. They're car upgrades, folks. Ferrari's recent upgrades are tailor-made for tracks like Vegas, where traction and straight-line speed are key. This is where Ferrari's ability to balance both power and aero efficiency really comes into play. Their car has shown real improvements in key areas like braking stability and high-speed cornering, both of which will be essential in Vegas. If everything falls into place, don't be shocked if Charles or Carlos are in the hunt for pole. Speaking of which, Carlos Sainz could also be in the mix. We all know how fast he is, and after a strong performance in Mexico, he's confident and hungry for more. So, if Ferrari can really lock it down, they might just have something to say about this weekend. But of course, we can't ignore McLaren and Lando Norris. Now, I know I just called him an amateur, and sure, that might have been a bit harsh, but Lando is undeniably fast. He's got a quick car under him, and I mean, the McLaren is a rocket when it comes to straight line speed. Lando's been on the rise this season, consistently showing that he can take the fight to the front runners. However, there's still a gap between Lando and someone like Max Verstappen, especially when it comes to racecraft and pure consistency. Lando might be quick over a lap, but to truly challenge for the pole and the win, he needs to dial up his race pace under pressure. But let's be real here. Ferrari's got this one locked down. Their car is just looking too strong this weekend, and I wouldn't be surprised to see one of the Ferraris on top when it's all said and done. Alright, time to talk about the dark horses of the Las Vegas GP. Drivers who might surprise us all with an unexpected performance. First up, let's talk about Carlos Sainz. Carlos has been quietly consistent this season, and let's not forget that he was looking strong last year in Vegas before the first corner contact ruined his race. He was on the verge of something great, showing that he's got the pace when it matters most this year. He's got confidence after that victory in Mexico, and with the pressure of leaving Ferrari at the end of the season, he's got nothing to lose. When you've got nothing to lose, you tend to drive like a man possessed, and that could be the mindset that sets him apart this weekend. Carlos is the type of driver who thrives in moments when all eyes are off him. He's calm under pressure, And if he can keep his head clear, he could very well pull up a shock performance. Sainz could sneak up on Charles, steal pole, and maybe even take the win. I wouldn't be shocked. It's this kind of unpredictable brilliance that makes Sainz such a dangerous dark horse. But let's not forget Max Verstappen. I know. We're all tired of hearing about him, but hear me out. This guy's a freak of nature. If he can win from 17 in Brazil in those conditions, he can win from anywhere. The guy's control on a race car is something we've never seen before. His ability to extract the maximum from any car, even if it's not the fastest on track, is next level. With a lesser car, he's still the guy to beat. And when it comes to qualifying in Vegas, Max can pull off the impossible. He's got a natural talent that makes any track a playground for him, so don't rule him out. These two could really shake things up this weekend and give us a race to remember. If either of them nails their weekend, they'll be tough to stop, and Las Vegas could have a few surprises in store for us. So, who's taking the top 3 this weekend? Here's my prediction: Charles Leclerc, Max Verstappen, and Oscar Piastri. Yeah, you heard me right. Oscar Piastri is making an appearance on this list. Let's break it down. Ferrari's got the car for Vegas, and Charles, if everything goes to plan, could finally get that win. He's been on the edge for so long now, and Vegas could be the place he nails it. He's been close so many times, and I think this race, with the right conditions and a little bit of luck, he could finally secure that elusive victory. But Max, of course, will never give up. We all know that. Even if he starts behind Lando or anyone else, Max will find a way to fight his way to the front. He'll hunt down everyone in front of him, even if he starts behind Lando. We've seen him do it countless times. His confidence and ruthless approach are what will get him that 4th title. No matter where he starts, it doesn't matter if it's Vegas or a random street circuit, Max has this insane ability to make the impossible possible, and that's why he's the favorite, no matter the circumstances. Now let's talk about Oscar Piastri. Look, I'm calling it. If Lando has a bad weekend, Oscar will be there to capitalize. Lando's been struggling a bit with consistency this season, and that's where Piastri comes in. If Lando starts losing the pace or gets into trouble, Oscar could slide right in and steal a podium. The guy's been impressive all year, and his calm, calculated approach is starting to show that he's more than ready for the big stage. This isn't just a fluke. Oscar is the real deal. So, as much as we love to talk about Max and Charles, don't sleep on Oscar Piastri. This could be the race where he proves he's got the speed, skill, and mentality to mix it up with the best in Formula 1. This is why I'm putting him in my top 3, because he has the potential to take advantage of any opportunity, and he's got the talent to make it happen. Now, let's get a little crazy with some wild predictions for Vegas. First up, Carlos Sainz could actually win this race. He's been overshadowed by Charles all season, but Sainz is a great driver. The dude's fast, confident, and he's got the will to win, especially since he's leaving Ferrari. With little pressure on him now, he could take the win and what could be a final moment of glory with the team. Carlos knows this is one of his last chances to make a statement, and he's got the talent to capitalize on any opportunity that comes his way. But that's not all. I'm throwing another one at you. Lewis Hamilton on the podium. After the disaster of Brazil, Lewis is going to be hungry for redemption. He's one of the greatest drivers of all time, and after a humbling race, don't be surprised if he comes roaring back with a performance to remind us all why we call him Sir Lewis. His mentality and experience are unmatched, and in a race like this, that could make all the difference. I'm putting my money on him to pull a podium finish out of nowhere. It's Lewis Hamilton, after all. Never count him out, even when it seems like the odds are against him. So even though I absolutely hate this track, there's one thing I can't deny. I love Formula 1. It's the unpredictability, the drama, the chaos that keeps us all coming back for more. Sure, Vegas might be a show-off track, but the race still promises its fair share of excitement. Max vs. Lando might be over, but we've still got incredible battles to look forward to. Whether it's the dark horses surprising us or the veterans fighting for redemption, Formula 1 never fails to entertain. I'm looking forward to this race, even if it's just another spectacle for the fans. So grab your popcorn, folks. This is Formula 1.